Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Q&A. It's Wednesday. I'm 2 days late. I'm sorry. I'm having problems with my devices. And I know I mentioned that we might not continue these. I may not. And I didn't tell you, my plan soon is to go live, start doing live Q&As. I've got my set built. I'm waiting for some equipment to start those. As soon as I get those, you'll know. I'll start going live for the Q&As. And I'm going to do a couple other things. So I don't know how much more I'll continue these every week, as long as the views are okay, because these videos tend to kill the algorithms and stuff because the views are so low, the likes are so low, stuff like that. But I said I'll always answer your guys' questions, and I appreciate your guys' questions and support. Thank you. So I'm 2 days late, but hopefully you guys catch this video. Ask more questions if you want one next week. Okay. So let's get into them. All I ask is you guys please leave us your locations. Tell us where you are. You can be vague, general. There's no reason not to. Someone said, oh, David, you don't understand something about leaving locations. And I said, well, how about the planet? And they laughed. It's like, no, seriously, can you just join us a little bit and say I'm in the Eastern Hemisphere? Something like that. I don't understand why that's so hard. Or people just don't do it at all or forget, don't care, don't watch. I have made a petition. Please consider supporting it if you haven't already. Sign and share. Stop Narcissistic Online Bullying. It's through change.org. The link is in the comment section. The link is in the description box. Please, everyone in the world, just follow it and sign it, support it. That's it. That's all you have to do. Thank you very much. Let's get into the questions. First one is from Richard. Don't know where you're from. Please tell us your locations. I've had awful experiences on dating sites. The women on there have been highly unpleasant and rude. They have caused me to lose. Hey, just to let you guys know, lose is L-O-S-E. L-O-O-S-E is loose. Loosen. Yeah. And everyone gets it wrong. Literally, I don't think I ever see it spelt right. It's amazing. Because it says there, they have caused me to lose a lot of confidence in myself. No, lose. And feel like I am undesirable. When I am with people in real life and they are actually generally really very nice to me, it made me realize I'm okay. And it was these dating sites that were the problem. I work with women. I work with all women now, and they all seem to like me and be kind to me. I think this is good. Good, Richard. Yeah, dating sites are awful. I've gone over this. I think it's beating a dead horse at this point. If you watch my videos, you don't need to hear me say it again. Dating sites are bad for everyone. It's bad for you, the user. You don't sit there and screen through people like objects. Because if you're doing that, what are you putting importance on? Looks, age, money. And that's what you're going to get. Looks, age, money. Every toxic person, every predator, every person that shouldn't be dating, has no business dating, married, they're all on there. Whatever your odds are out in the real world, just multiply them like by 10 times worse on dating sites. Awful. Thanks for sharing it. That's why I read it, because I try to drill that into you guys. You guys don't need dating sites. Go meet people organically. That means enter new social circles. Start new social circles. If you have a friend in the town you live in, do you know their friends? Why not? Healing Family from California. Hello. Thank you for all you do again. You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, David, I've been taking you along with me and my kiddos and sharing with you our healing journey. Are you ready to hear what I feel is the worst ever that my ex-fiance has done or said about me and our kids? I'm ready. Remember, I never did let ex-fiance see our kids and he didn't care. So it's like our kids are just mine and ex-fiance never saw our kids ever again. So ex-fiance just had his baby with his new supply this month. He named his newborn exactly like my oldest, which is a junior. WTF, I'm blown away. This is disgusting. Now he has 2 kids named exactly as him. The only thing I don't know is if they are both juniors or if this newborn baby is a third. This really did it. If I knew he was severely mentally sick before now, I don't even have words beyond him being severely mentally sick. I'm blown away. Can you please give me your thoughts and try to explain this to me as much as you can? It's disgusting and disturbing to me. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know. I mean, I could come up with scenarios like, yeah, he's, George Foreman has 5 Georges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's what he's doing. I don't know. Maybe he's looking at his past with you as just a total, abortion and just throw it all away in his memory and reality, and we're just going to start over. Maybe he just likes the name so much. I don't know. You know, you're not going to get originality, are you? He's not going to keep a bad experience separate and heal from it and start over with a new one. Can. I don't know what else to give you besides that. I mean, it's just, I could sit here and guess about a million different things why he named his son his own name. But men do it. Like you said, they have juniors and they have thirds, fourths and fifths. I think it's weird that George Foreman did that. And I think there's something behind that too. Yeah. George. Yeah. I don't know. Anybody else? What do you think it is? Delusional, not accepting reality, starting over, as if people and families are just things. No real connection. His other children or children with you aren't really significant to him anymore. Next person here. Don't know where you're from. Tell us your locations. Locations. What can you do about the dreams? Stop having them. Just kidding. Take tons of sleep medication. Just kidding. I have 3 so far with emotions about rage and hurt. Not good in our sleep. How's it feel when you wake up? The first one was about them taking him out of a metal mess gurney and he was dead. I think I felt sad. The second dream, that's loss. So we're grieving loss, sounds like. I think I felt sad. The second dream, we were in his bedroom sitting on the bed with some lady's underwear. Some of them were mine and some of them were the new women, and I was hurt. That's betrayal trauma. The third one was last night when he had just bought of new polo shirts, which he just recently bought, and I had seen in his closet. By the way, I am not living with him anymore. In this dream, I was mad. Replaced, betrayal, lost, grief, trauma. I was handing him shirts telling him date, night, number 1, number 2, etc. He was previously a jean and t-shirt, bummy dress guy. Now he is wearing polo shirts and button-down shirts. Will they ever stop? 10 days, no contact. I had previously gone 6 weeks, and he had sent me one of those I love you and miss you, out our bed, etc. bullshit on 6/21. And then on 7/2, he sent me a box of stuff, pictures of his dog and me. Not good. Talking about a discard I took was angry and hurt. This is hard to read. Oh, Emily Kirk from Baltimore. Thank you. At the end of it. Thank you, Emily from Baltimore. Look, you asked how to stop the dreams. Process these things, okay? I mean, if you're not talking to someone, writing this stuff out in therapy, and you're asking me how to get rid of betrayal, trauma, dreams, go to therapy. We got to start there, right? And if you were in therapy, you'd be asking your therapist about this stuff. You wouldn't be asking me, right? Unless the therapist doesn't know about this in particular, which is fine. But we need help. If there's ever a time in our lives that we need help more, it's now. Don't do this alone. Process these things in a healthy way. Fix your self-worth, self-esteem, these kinds of things, and process the trauma that you've just experienced, and get this guy out of your life and protect yourself. Why is he calling you? Why does he have an avenue to you? Why does he still have space in your life whenever he wants to? I don't know, Emily. I can tell you 10 different ways to keep him out of your life to help yourself get better, heal, but it all is about seeking a professional for help. You don't know how to fix your car. What do you do when your car breaks? Do you call around and ask mechanics how to fix it? Or do you just go get it fixed? This is more important than your car. Most important in your life, your mental health. Please, you're worth it, Emily. What do you do about the dreams? You got to process them. Write them out. But you have thoughts and you have feelings and you have experiences in your past you don't understand that still hurt. What are we going to do about that? Hire help. And they'll go through all of this with you. They'll help you sleep better. And if they aren't, then you go find the one that does. They'll help you understand everything that happened and process it, express it, close it, heal from it, learn from it, grow from it. Okay, you're worth it, Emily. You're worth it. Just ask for some help. The dreams will continue. Sometimes they're the longest that kind of continue. But when you heal from this stuff, you won't have the dreams anymore, trying to figure out what's going on while we're sleeping. Okay? Eventually, most people I know have what I call a closure dream. Instead of like the same thing happens, right? You find the underwear or whatever, and you're like, move out, and you don't even feel bad anymore, and he leaves, and you're in control. You got power back, and it's done, typically. Okay? But we got to heal from this. Okay? Time doesn't do it. Time does not do it. It's an important element, but it's like saying all I need is water to cook a dinner. Well, you need some water, but what about the ingredients? If you have just water, you're never cooking anything. You're just boiling water, right? Moist Robot. Love the name. Manchester, United Kingdom. I listen to these Monday ones, whole video, as I find your reactions funny. In 2 months, no contact now and meeting other women, I must say that helps a lot to leave the past behind. I feel my 2-year relationship with my borderline histrionic ex was something I needed to go through. Yeah, something to toughen me up and teach me the red flags. And if you don't learn, then you still need to go through it again. There are a few stories I could share, such as the state of her house, resembling the chaos of her life. Yeah, and their cars. If your car is chaotic inside, clean it. Or me, like, you love when you want to get in someone's car and let me move all the garbage out of the way. And the garbage on the floor, that's okay, just put your feet on it. You could share a few stories, or the one you arriving at her house early and finding her not there, then calling her and saying she was asleep on the sofa while you were sitting on it. Yikes. Share the stories if you want to, but why don't you write them out and tell someone, okay? You can share them here if you want feedback. Rory from Ohio. Hello, Rory. Could you discuss spitefulness and the narcissist? So many times he would be mad at me for something and take it out on me or other people. It was as if he gauged how mad he was at me as to how he treated other people at stores. Well, if we're talking about someone with narcissistic personality disorder who's spiteful and angry and mad at you often, these are serious mental illness, very serious. Some of the highest in taking your own lives. So they don't function. And that non-function means stress. I like to use extremes as examples. Look at Helen Keller. Can't see, can't hear, can't talk. Cannot function at all with anything. I know she learned later to function, but come on. And she was the most angriest, violent person out there that we know in history almost. Makes sense to me. Tell a child, bind a child's hands behind their back. Can't do nothing. Ah! There's also ego, right? You bruise my ego, that's it. I can't let it go. I can't reassure myself. The control. I'm out of control. I can't control my life, but I can try to control the people around me. And once I can't control you, I get pissed, get angry. I can't accept things and be agreeable. I can't connect with my wife and see that she's simply a human being and love her for all the good parts and accept that sometimes I don't get my way. Temper tantrums, never learning to be agreeable, starting violence at 4 or 5 years old. Parents never fixed it, never stopped them. Still having temper tantrums. I mean, oh God, that's a temper tantrum in adulthood. A lot of things going on. Serious mental illness, problems with development, can't learn to get along with people at all. That's why people like narcissists, borderlines, they make up the high conflict personality type. Most of them. And here's Rory again. Oh, no. I screenshotted it again. Oh, you went on to say something about money. Early in your marriage, his grandmother had passed away and he's going to travel out of the state with his parents. You only had so much money, so you stayed home because you guys didn't have enough money. You stayed home with the babies. He spent half the money allotted on a new coat. That was the money for you to go. So he'd rather bring a coat to a funeral than his wife. So screw emotional support. I want to look good at the funeral. I'm surprised he went to the funeral. Why did he go to the funeral? He must have been getting something out of it, or just want to look good in front of the family he hasn't seen in a while. Insane. That's what's on your mind. Like, just put on something black and go. The day of his trip, Dad came by to pick him up, and I said, but he's not going. He hadn't even told his parents. It somehow got turned around to, I should have told them. So I must have missed something. It sounded like he changed his mind, wasn't going, and then when you told the parents, when you just relayed the message, that you got blamed for it. Well, that's why he's a piece of shit. Huh? That's why his parents created a piece of shit, and they probably blame everybody else but themselves. Spite, out of spite. Low acceptance, low agreeability, can't regulate your own emotions, ego-driven, can't function, can't calm himself down, reassure himself, understand what I really value, what's really important to me. Of course, my wife is annoying sometimes, but I love her to fucking death. I couldn't live without her. No grateful for nothing. He's been given everything, never had to do much, try hard. His parents suck. Rose from the United Kingdom. Hello, Rose. Good to see you again this week. Thank you. You're welcome. Rose is from the United Kingdom, by the way. The thing is, it's finished. He said he couldn't live like this. He says he's moving out, just waiting for the guy he's moving in with to sort out things. So that's why it's been hard. I'm sorry it's been hard, Rose. Maybe you can take a little bit more control or feel like you have more sense of a control over this. Maybe there's something else that you can do. Maybe not be at the house. Leave. Good time to go on vacation. Go stay with your daughter. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to think of a way that you can feel more in control besides waiting for his worthless friend to get things sorted so he can move it. Because I've been doing this a long time, Rose. I've seen things like this happen and continue for 10 years. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Okay? And waiting just feels out of control. I'm happy for you, Rose. I hope he does exit your life. And if he doesn't, you can make him. Okay? Dan from Nebraska. Hello, Dan. I have a fairly analytical mind and the need for things to make sense. One of the things that really bothers me was her forgetting shared personal moments as if they were deleted from her mind. That was a common experience I had with that individual. I must say that's quite hurtful in my opinion. What do you think could cause someone to almost religiously forget important moments, both spoken or physical? Well, Dan, maybe she has problems with her memory. I don't know. It's a common thing with people that have experienced lifelong trauma. The stress chemicals that are used to make us perform better, faster, harder, all these things while we're being stressed and traumatized, eventually wears all these things down. And one of the problems we have is memory, attention, focus, things like this. That's prolonged stress chemicals. Maybe that's what she's experiencing, but it sounds like it's almost selective, right? It's not her memory's fine with other things, but with this, not. If that's the case, then I'm going to tell you, Dan, it's because she just simply didn't care. Your memories, all of your guys' memories, are emotionally impactful, significant. That's why you can remember a day and when you were 7 really well, and you remember what you're wearing, colors, smells, people really well. But you can't really remember or recall what you've eaten for lunch the last 2 weeks. Stuff like that. You don't remember pointless things that don't matter anymore, even if it was 3 weeks ago. We already forgot. We have layers of memory. And it's emotionally significant. So my guess is either she has severe memory problems or they're not emotionally impactful to her, just to you. And that's common when we don't share an emotional connection. When you have values and needs and beliefs that are not aligned with her at all. And so we think compatibility is race, gender, social status. Those are the least important. Because if that's what's important, then what should be important isn't. If I'm making sense. If emotional connection is important to you, Dan, which sounds like it is, I can probably promise you that it's not for the person you're with. Didn't give a shit. Doesn't know who you are, doesn't care who you are, doesn't find these moments of connection or intimacy very important. What kind of things does she remember? I bet in her past it's all trauma, bad things, and then I bet with you it's things that she values. She remembers having sex, or she remembers you buying her something, or having a fun vacation, but sitting together and growing. Who cares? Hi, David. MBE, based in Northern California. Hello, MBE. I'm a channel subscriber and signed your petition to stop online bullying. Thank you for raising awareness for such an important cause. Thank you for your support. I would appreciate any insight you could give that you could provide pertaining to two questions. First one, is there any known link between the cry it out method and the development of BPD, other cluster B BPDs or other trauma related? No, it's a form of therapy, and that does not cause borderline. The question is why are they seeking out cry it out therapy? Probably because they're borderline. See that? Number two. Let's see if I got it on the next page. Yeah, I believe my sibling may have undiagnosed NPD or ASPD with psychopathic traits. While I can't diagnose them, my lived experience has made the impact clear. My parents have consistently excused and enabled my siblings' harmful behavior, which has caused a major rift in our family. This all came to head after I endured a painful breakup with a partner who had undiagnosed BPD. That experience led me into deep personal healing and learnings to improve my life and those who I led in, particularly around family of origin issues. Where am I? Cluster B, personality disorders and boundaries. I've come to understand that much of my own codependency stems from the emotional abuse I experienced. Okay. Years ago, what is your question? Well, I know my parents can't control my sin. Still, paragraph after paragraph through my healing journey. I don't see a question. I see a story. I'm sorry. Ask the question next time. I just read 4 huge paragraphs without no question mark. What's your question? I want to know, please. And keep it like that instead of like that. And put a question mark on the end of it. Thank you. JR from Nashville. Hi, JR. Good to see you. So my question is regarding the empath claim many women make. And then it turns out they have none. Interesting. Do you think there are real empaths out there? Yes. Or is the whole thing something emotionally unstable women made up? No. I've said before, I have situational empathy, which I believe is normal. Yeah, there's, different kinds of empathy and emotional empathy, things like this. Sociopaths have some empathy. It is absolutely the glue of us. We need it badly for relationships, for self-development. We're just too social creatures. Some people don't have it. Some people lack it. A lot of it is overrated too. And somebody went off. I made a video before your comment, JR, just last week about empaths. I think you caught it, but you're still asking me this. So the term empaths, I'm not trying to hate on the term or people that are empaths. If by definition I'm an empath, and I've been called empaths by professionals. I've had major psychologists say you're very much an empath. So it's a real thing. The whole point of my video is we don't need to tell people. Be careful of people who tell you who they are. And if it's someone like us that's high in empathy, been traumatized, wronged, betrayed, and we're telling people it might be our own confidence and self-worth. We might be letting people know, hey, I'm a good person. I know there's so many people bad out there. We don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Most people are empaths. And almost all of us have empathy, even sociopaths, okay? My point is we don't need to tell people who you are, and a red flag is people that do. And the biggest red flags you're going to see, guys, of people telling you who they are, the helper, the healer, the hero, the victim. People coming out and telling you these things, stay away from them. Even the person that might not be that unhealthy, but just has such low confidence, such low self-esteem, They got to just drill it into you that I'm a good person. Okay, bro. Great. It won't matter what you tell me at all. Unless you come right out and tell me you have, 9 out of 9 NPD, guys. Okay, thanks for telling me. But the whole I'm a good person, and the healer, just go on Facebook, TikTok, any of that shit. YouTube. And I ain't talking about a therapist that talks about something or me, a coach that talks about this. I'm talking about, oh, I'm a healer. I'm a healer. I'm a helper. I'm a hero. I'm a victim. I got videos about how poor me and screw all these bad people. They're all bad people, singling out specific people. Yeah, it's just all bullshit. They're toxic as shit. Yeah, that was my point, JR. Does that make sense? And you have a perfect, healthy attitude. Don't need to tell everyone and convince them they're a good person. Just show them. Ken Johnson. Or sorry, that's what your name says, but you're Bruce from Southern California. Hi, Bruce. David, thanks for what you do. I discarded a narcissist woman 6 years ago. Well, okay. She tried to hoover 2 weeks after and again 4 weeks after. After that, I went no contact. Now I'm getting random phone calls on landline and cell phone from burner numbers. They never leave message and hang up after 20 seconds. Does this sound typical of a cluster B activity? Thanks, Bruce. Yeah. I mean, who else is doing it, Bruce? Anybody else got there? Just random people calling them all day, listen to 20 seconds, hang up? Never heard of it. What I have heard of is borderline exes. You break up with them, and then that crap starts happening. What does your gut tell you, Bruce? It's them. And it's common. Absolutely. And I made many videos on why. If you want to know why or what you can do, ask me, okay, Bruce? Serengeti Lion. Hello. Hi, David. Great content as usual. Thank you. I feel excited to watch your 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week, at least every week since I found you in my search to understand. I'm Tina from South Carolina. I know you, Tina, by now. Is their brain, it is their brain pathways. Their brains are structured in a way that makes them lie. And it's, no, their brain formed because they lie. Remember the bricklaying reference? I wasn't born a good bricklayer, and I'm not the best the first year, but I could be anybody and be the best bricklayer in 50 years. And then my brain is wired to be that great bricklayer where I hardly have to think about it. Not the other way around. Make sense, Tina? Your brain simply makes you better at what you do. If I'm going to start doing something new, neurons are going to form together, an architecture and a neural pathway for that. And the more I do it, the more there is, and the more I get better at it and faster and more efficient. Okay, so if I lie all the time, my brain's built on lying. It's my go-to. I lie even when I don't need to. Right? Why do they lie about it? They don't even need to. Well, they're doing it for control. But it's so natural to them, they lose consciousness over it. They no longer feel guilty as much. Just like you feel guilty if you go lie one time. Yeah, start doing it every day. You don't just feel more and more and more guilty, you feel less guilty. They can't stop lying, can they? Of course, I mean, that's where, how much control do I have over my behaviors? You take like OCD, not much. Personality disorders, not a whole lot. Literally, they want to try, they want to stop a behavior, can't do it. Do they really think they don't lie? No. He was saying I was out doing things. He's just lying again. We don't believe a liar. We don't believe anything. We just stay away from him, say, nope, stop talking. I can't hear what you're saying anymore. Otherwise, what I say is like sifting through a pile of dog shit, trying real hard to find parts that don't smell that might be good. This is good. He was saying I was out doing things I wasn't. That's called baiting. He was trying to control you. May not even really believed it. I asked him if he wanted to bet his kid's life on that shit. He said yes. He doesn't care about his kid's life. That means nothing, does it? So why won't he ever go find out for his own sanity? Because the things that he's accusing of is easy to prove. Because it's not about that. A narcissist, borderline, that lies, it's never about what they're saying, guys. Just because they're accusing you of something that they're saying you did, they don't really believe that. Just because they said you're going to leave me and all that stuff, they don't really truly believe that. Crazy, huh? When they're sitting there bragging about themselves for the fifth time, the fifth story over and over, it's not about the story. It's just about you looking at them and believing the narrative and having control over your opinion of them and over you. That's it. That's it. The content means nothing. There is no content with people like this. There's no substance. Nothing. It's just daily, stupid, boring patterns and cycles of nonsense, chaos, and bullshit. And we're sucking it all in, and we're trying to make sense out of it, and we're performing and apologizing and defending ourselves. What are they doing? Nothing. And they're doing everything wrong. No goals, no dreams, no aspirations, no friends, no healing, no understanding, no processing, no self-reliance, nothing. Pointless, worthless, useless. Don't try to be a better person. Don't try to make the world a better place. Why do we need you? There's one cure for these people. Ostracize them. Make them find new people. Make them get better. That's it. That's all we can do. That's it, guys. That's it for the video. Thanks for being patient and waiting 2 days. Please ask questions to continue these things and consider telling us what planet you are on. And please sign the petition. Thank you. If you need coaching, you find me at davidmars.com. Love yourself first. Bye, guys.